Welcome to my space. Been back and forth with my title. I'm really liking conscious conversations. Although I am love. But I like the fact that let's just have a conversation. You know, what's coming up? Let's have a conversation about it. With consciousness, not unconscious. And I really like that. So my babies are up and they're playing in the background, so there could be a lot of in and out, but I really wanted to have a quick conversation with you while I have my morning coffee and just discuss what I spent yesterday just meditating on. And there are a few things that I would love to address. First of all, I want to talk about the spiritual gaslighting in the spiritual community. My astrology teacher just posted about this, and it really resonated because there are some things I'd like to bring up, especially since my last video I talked about practice and I talked about my Ashtanga yoga practice. Now, within the Ashtanga community, it can be clicky. It can be very clicky, and it can be very culty if you take it there, if you allow it to go there. I've sat in discussions and rooms of Ashtanga yoga practitioners where there was kind of this like making fun of people without the practice. And people get in this place where if they're doing this work for themselves, they kind of get in this place of like, I want to say ego, and that's what the practice is all about, is getting rid of that ego, right? So, and this is fresh in my mind because on the full moon when I went over my girlfriend's house and we talked a little bit about yoga, she said she loves yoga, but she doesn't really like going to yoga so much because she kind of feels like she doesn't fit in. And I can really understand that, because when I stopped practicing in a shala and I was outside of the community for so long, I didn't feel accepted by the community. I didn't. And so when I talk about practice, when I say practice, I'm talking about anything that you do for yourself to sit with yourself, okay? So Ashtanga yoga, I choose because I have experience with it, and I have experience with other practices, and I like the way I feel when I'm dedicating my body to daily yoga practice. It's not because it is the thing to do. It's not because I was told to do it. It's not because I'm going to reach enlightenment if I stick to this path, this way. If you read anything about any ascended master and any wise teacher who has walked to this earth, they all say the same thing, that there's many paths. There are many paths. There's not just one path. But the trick is to go within. So how do you go within? Okay, so for me, I do enjoy a deep yoga practice. Apple, get your apple. I do enjoy a deep yoga practice because it quiets my mind. That's what it is designed to do. The dristi, the breath, it's just a way to take you deeper into yourself and removing all of the illusions that are coming at you in this world from the external. For some people, just sitting in meditation is that. For some people, it's different forms of yoga. Do you know there are so many types of yoga? I mean, so many types of yoga. You may not like one, but you may love another. Maybe it's drumming. Maybe drumming takes you there. Maybe chanting takes you there. So when I say and speak about a practice, finding a practice, having a practice, a dedicated practice, it's just prioritizing yourself, getting to the root of you, connecting with your soul. And whatever you need to do that, whatever works for you, whatever your path is, do that. And do it with dedication, because you deserve it, right? Like, you deserve it. So I went on this long rabbit hole last night after watching the astrology and looking into the carnivore diet, which I'm going to test. I'm going to do a beta test. I'm going to do it for a whole cycle, 28 days. I think I'm going to start on the new moon, because I have tons of fruits and vegetables that I just purchased, and I do want to eat them and not waste them. And I love fruits and vegetables. I love them. My body naturally does crave meat. I do naturally crave meat. So I feel like I am going to give this a try, because I owe it to myself to at least speak from experience, right? And that's what I'm asking of you, of anybody watching this, is that if there's something that you want to try, give it a shot. Give it a shot for you. But don't do it because an influencer has told you to do it. Don't do it because it is now the new trends. I mean, veganism is so trendy. And it's also so culty. And there's so much judgment. And when it comes to food and the things we eat, there's so much judgment there. And when you get in a community of people who are like-minded, hive-minded, the hive mind, they don't treat people outside of that like mind as equals. And that's what we as a community need to get away from. A true spiritual community, we understand that we're all one, and there is more than one path, and I respect your path, and you respect my path. And if something I'm doing on my path truly resonates with you, then let's talk about it. I'll tell you how I'm doing it and what's working for me and what's not working for me, and you can tell me how you're doing it and what's working for you and what's not working for you. And when you know what you like, yes, find a teacher. Find a teacher who is walking the walk with integrity, walking the walk with discernment, speaking from experience, personal experience, and yeah, like, there's so much to say about experience, which is why I'm going to try the carnivore diet for myself before I speak on it. But what I love about it is it was the way our ancestors ate. If you go so far back into the natural human, we hunted and we gathered. We ate the entire animal, we respected the animal, and we were strong. We survived harsh winters without artificial heating, you know, and hot summers without artificial cooling. We were naturally strong, naturally built to thrive on this earth. So what happened? They started fucking with our food and telling us how to eat. That's what happened, and we got so weak. And then we got so weak that our minds became weak. So that is where a practice, any practice, can come into play, because you can strengthen your mind. When you sit with yourself and you dedicate time to sitting with yourself, can remove all of the external distractions, all of the illusions, all of the delusions, and just truly be source, connected to source. So I am going to get to my practice this morning, but I wanted to make just a super quick PSA to really get that out, because I really wanted to speak on that before I lost that thought. And yeah, I can write it down in my journal, and sometimes once it goes in the journal, that's enough for me. It's gone in the journal, and then I don't need to speak on it. But this one I really felt like I needed to speak on, because I did go really deep into practice yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but with my last talk. And cults are trendy right now. There's a lot of, within the spiritual community, culty mindsets, where it's like, follow my way or you are wrong. And I just wanted to clarify that that is not what I'm about. I am an Ashtanga yoga teacher. I am an Ashtanga yoga practitioner. I also love Kundalini yoga, and I also love dancing. I love dancing. I mean, sometimes I just dance to sit with self, to be with self, to get to source, to clear my mind. I really love drums. You know, like, there's so many ways to go within and find what works with you, and dedicate yourself to making that a part of your practice, because you owe it to you. But I'm not going to tell you what's right and what's wrong and how to do it, and this is the path that you should choose. And no, we came here to experience life, experience ways, and not everyone's way is the same. But when you find a way that works for you, remember that that works for you, and that's beautiful. But don't judge other people, because their way isn't your way. And that's what I would love to see blossom within the community. And as I dive back into the Ashtanga community, I'm going to make sure that the people that I surround myself with, that I call my community, are with that same integrity. Because I do not. The last thing I want to do is become part of another clicky, hive-minded group of people who think they're better than other people. That's not what I'm about. So, that's my message for the day. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'm gonna enjoy some coffee while it's part of my diet, because I will be experimenting with the carnivore diet, and there is no coffee, absolutely nothing plants. And I want to experience this because they are pushing plants as a trend, and it's like, if you really go deep, if you really sit down with everything that's been told to you, everything is a lie. Everything, from the moment you start hearing everything in the world, they program you with the TV, they put you as a child in front of these cartoons and these programs, and their commercials are telling you this and that, and then you go to school. Hey, Bubba's. And then you go to school and they're telling you, like, this is the food pyramid and this is how you eat, and then you learn that even the food pyramid is so wrong, and like, there are rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole that you can go down, and I am not going to tell you which one to go down. I'm just going to say that right now I'm going to experience this. I'm just trying to drink my coffee. I'm going to experience for myself how I feel. So now it is time to end this because I have 2 children trying to steal my coffee. And just when you think about what is being pushed as the right thing to do, use discernment and question, does this feel right for me? Does this feel right for me? And go from there. Hey, Bubba.